Hey guys, what's going on? This is Karen. Welcome to another episode of Cat in the Kitchen. I am making sausage and peppers today. I've already started a little bit of prepping, cutting up some peppers, definitely some onions, got some garlic going. In a few minutes I have my pan on real low, and I just want to make sure that it gets hot. But I also want time to cut the rest of my veggies. So come on down. And this is my crock pot right here. Is hot. It's on. Having to move my pretty candles over a little bit more. There we go. So today I have 3 peppers. I have orange, yellow, and red. I've already cut up my onions. It made me cry quite a bit. As you see, I'm just jumping right in today. There's a time period and I gotta get to it. So some people cut their peppers like this. I like to cut mine long ways. First, I'll have to take all the little stickers off and everything. I was disappointed to see that my red pepper had spoiled just a little bit, but I'm glad that it was just a little and not a lot, because you can't have sausage and peppers without, well, peppers. So that would kind of defeat the purpose. So you're just going to cut this in half. Cut each side a little bit diagonally, and then don't worry about it, just get your hands right in there and pull this thing out with the seeds. Same thing on each side. I have quite a few different knives over here for whatever I need. Again, cut it kind of triangle wise and pull it. Then you just want to rinse it off really quick, make sure that there's no seeds in there. And I'm gonna show you how I like to cut my peppers. Like, if you have a white spot in your pepper, you're gonna want to cut it out, but for me that's fine. Or you can just shave it off a little bit and then just dump it out anywhere. I just like long, thin strips. Now, I have 3 peppers here. I'm not going to use them all. You don't have to make them nice and neat if you want. You can try to keep them. Okay, so that's done. See this white part? You really don't want that in your recipe. So just take your knife and carve gently that side. You can, if you don't want to handle a big knife, grab a small one. And then I'm just going to take that off. Continue to cut this one, and instead of trying to cut that out, what you're gonna do is keep on cutting and get as very close to it as possible without cutting the white part on both sides. And see that part right there? You can either just throw the whole thing out, or you can just carve like that, but I'm kind of done with it, so. I am not into the raw veggie movement. So, I'm going to try to hurry on here and cut the rest of this. Oh, that smells so sweet. It really does. Let's just cut these up right quick. And I turn my pan up to be a little bit more warm. To be warmer, if you would say that. And I need new knives. Desperately, desperately need new knives. Like I said, I'm going to take these, and instead of turning my whole body, I'll just turn this. Half these, half those in a way. And let's get over now to the frying pan. Last thing I forgot to show you is how to cut up your garlic and how to get it off the bulb. So here we go. Some people just try to put their fingers in there and pinch it. What I found that works best is to put your knife in there, in between the little crevices and cracks, like right here, and just kind of jimmy it back and forth until it breaks off. And there you go. What I find works best for me is if I cut the end of it just the end tip of it. That's going to take a little bit off, and then you just peel it from there. And you just keep on peeling away until you see a beautiful, nice white piece of garlic with no brown pieces on there. If you peel it all off and there's a brown piece on there, that's probably not good. Okay, so let's show you that again. I take the biggest end of the little garlic clove, take a knife, press down really hard on one end, and I take this and I peel it off. Now some people do the thing where you mash the knife up against the garlic. That's a little bit too ballsy for me. I don't want to cut myself. So, yeah. This is the way I do it, and this is the way I'm going to stick with it. Just for those people that have a very sensitive palate to hot or spicy, they're making me a liar today. My garlic is telling me that there's not a green piece in there. Or, see, there it is. It's a little bit in both sides. So if you don't want that in there, you just take your fingernail in there and you take out that little tiny piece. That is what makes the garlic a little bit spicy. That one I didn't like. And this one I have to chop off just a little bit more of. That's like my little garbage pit right there. And I'm not going to chop this up too much. This is where I get my big knife. And that is good enough for me. If you want, you can try to take this and just put it all on your knife. And just gently set your knife over there. Okay, so this pan is very, very hot. I'm going to put in some extra virgin olive oil. Probably didn't need it, but hey. So I have 6 sausages that I'm going to place in here. It's not really sizzling yet. Of course, this pan is a little bit bowed in the middle, so all the oil just went to the outside. Whoa, there we go. Now it's popping. But because this pan is bowed in the middle, I've got to take some of that oil and shake it around. So I'm just going to let that sit there, and I would say maybe about 4 minutes on each side. Okay, so luckily I was able to snag 2 of these Ragu rolled 45 ounces for $1.99 last week at ShopRite when it was on sale, can. And I'm going to open this up. All it has in here is just water. And I'm going to put it somewhere. I'm going to add, now if you want to make your own sauce, then by all means do that. But for me, I just do kind of quick things. Plus, after the sausage cooks, then I'm going to take it out, put it in the sauce, and let it just cook really slow for the next 4 to 5 hours. And then I'm going to take the vegetables and put them in the pan with all the sausage juices and everything, and then I'm going to add that to this. So, even though this is ragu from a jar, not a great sound, I know. I used almost like 3/4 of the jar just for this. And I always like to use a wooden spoon. That's going to be enough water and sauce, I believe, for the next 4 hours while this is cooking. Okay, you can hear those crisping up in the background. I'm going to take some of my salt for my salt dish here. And there we go. Got some salt in there. And some seasonings over here as well. This is a garlic pepper grinder. Just want to grind some of that in there. Is anything coming out? No, of course it's not coming out because the lid's still on there. Who put a lid on there, goodness sake? I mean, okay, that's enough. Because you're also having a little bit of garlic in that pan after the sausages, which sound like they need to be turned already. We have some regular Italian seasonings. Just keep on, keeping on, keeping on, keeping on. That looks good to me. Some people measure. I measure when I bake. I don't measure when I cook, for the most part. And that's oregano. And man, this smells good over here. Woo-wee. Let me go turn those. Okay, these look like they've been cooking pretty well for the past couple minutes. You don't want to cook them all the way through. You just want to get a nice sear on them. And you also want to leave them whole, because if you don't leave them whole, all that beautiful sausage grease and juice is going to come right out of them. Make sure that you take your face away from the pan when you spread that grease around. I'm trying to make that one stand up straight. There we go. I'll let that go for about 4 more minutes. Oh, that sausage is looking so good, isn't it? I'm going to just stir this around. In order for me to not splash myself in the face with this grease, I'm tipping it away towards that way. Because I just do not want to get up close and comfortable with this grease. And it's heavy already. I'm going to take this good looking sausage, nicely seared, and put it right in there. Right in there. I'm going to put it right in this beautiful looking crock pot. I've had that crock pot since I was about 25, 26. And you're going to want to just make sure it's... And the reason, again, why you do not want to cut these right now is because if you cut these, all the beautiful juice will come out. You can cut them later. There we go. And we still have a hot pan of oil. I'm now going to take this peppers. Obviously they're not sizzling because the pan got a little cool the last couple minutes. And I'll see you back in 2 seconds. Okay, I'm going to add the rest of the onions and the peppers. To this dish. You're going to cook these up pretty good. I would say a good 5 to 10 minutes. One thing is, I need the heat to come up a little bit so they don't completely just soak in all the grease. And another thing is, oh grease, I have a little bit of bacon grease that I'm going to put in here. You just take your bacon grease and you pour it into a container. When you cook, you can just take it right out of there and cook with it. Now let's get this bacon grease down to the bottom of the pan where it can... bit more salt. I'm sorry, I like things salty. I know y'all, a lot of people don't. I don't fully yet know how to cook with just spices or seasonings. That's just me. I never learned. Got some more pepper going on. Gotta turn this baby up, and once you turn it up though, you gotta stay there. You can't go do something else because it might burn. So let's, oh yes. And again, it's not a lot, but it's what I like. If you want to use, I used I think 2.5 peppers. If you want to use 3, 4, 5, do what you want to do. Alright, so I think this is the moment, 6 hours later. I had to take the sausages out and cut them, though they cut just like you're cutting just room temp butter. They were so succulent and so soft. I put too much water in here. I went to take a nap. I didn't want it to all boil down. I put about 1.5 cups, maybe 2 of water, and it still has not really, it hasn't thickened at all. So I don't care right now. I am so hungry. I want to taste this. I've already tasted the sauce, or the water sauce, I should say. Not that dark coloring, if you can see this, is the fat, which is, there's a lot of fat in there, which is good. So, I have a regular Kaiser roll, which is a hard roll here. I don't have any club rolls. I didn't get those. Actually, I did. I got small dinner rolls, but I like to put butter on those and eat those in the morning instead of, so I'm going to put it on here, and I cut it in half because I want to be able to handle it when I pick it up. I was thinking about whether I should put cheese on top or not. I don't know. So I know that the reason why you buy a Kaiser roll is so that way, you know, it could stay in the roll. This is going to be messy. Messy, messy. Oh, and there's a couple little strips of beef in there, which is lovely. I might take a fork. I take that little strip of beef and cut this little piece off right here. Ooh. All I have to do is pretty much just pull it off. Oh my gosh. So tender. So yummy. Okay, obviously it's called sausage and peppers, so I'm trying to find some of just the peppers. But it's not working. There, I got a few peppers on that one. I think I really have to just dig deep here. Yeah, there we go. I'm sorry, I have neighbors that are yelling. It's a weekend. Weekends get crazy here. Okay, I think that's it for the meat on both of these, but what I'm missing is my peppers. Seconds, because there's still steam rising up there, and I cannot wait to eat this. It has been smelling good in my apartment all day. So after this, being that I took a nap, I'm gonna eat, relax, watch some Netflix, play some games, and then I'm gonna clean my kitchen really good because tomorrow I am making homemade eclairs, and I am so excited to do that. Okay. I know I'm breathing hard. Anticipating the food. Okay, oh, yep, that's what it's gonna do. That's what it does. So good. Flavor is definitely there. Still very hot. The sausage is so moist and so juicy and so soft. You have to chew it, but you don't need to chew it. Like, it's that soft. I know I don't make any sense there, but that's okay. Sorry, I'm diving. Most of the sausage fell out of my sandwich, but that's okay. If you don't want to make a sandwich, you want to put sausage and peppers in a bowl and a little bit of bread and butter on the side, you can do that too. It's up to you what you want to do. And right now, it's up to me to eat that sandwich. Gotta eat. I'm starving. I haven't eaten since 3 o'clock. I had a little food at 3 o'clock, somewhere around there. So I love y'all. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.